All right, welcome to the last lift, the deadlift. This is my favourite. This is a movement that's copped a bad rap over the last 30 or 40 years where the fitness industry got really conservative. It's one of the most functional movements that you will have in life, outside of probably the squat as well. This is just purely picking something up and putting it back down. When we're loading the barbell, it's quite a safe movement as long as we're hitting the positions that we're going to coach you through. Now,
I think just on this as well, I talk to lots of mums about it in a functional movement, picking up a pram, picking up kids, like all of those things, like this is why we need to do it and be strong in that position so we don't hurt ourselves.
Yeah, and and the neutral back position that we train when we're in flexion here, the more we can train that, the more instinctually that happens. So what that means is you don't have to think about doing that. So when you're doing these other activities in day-to-day life, you'll instantly brace without having to think. So with the deadlift, there is a few aspects to this that we want to be aware of. Firstly, our foot position. So often people will go really wide. So if Shell just turns around and faces the camera, if she just jumps up and down on the spot, like not thinking about feet position, just jumps up and down, like you're just jumping here, you'll notice that your feet just naturally sit underneath your hips. They're quite close together. So I often say you should be able to fit your feet on a plate weight. That's how close they should be. So from there, what will happen is Shell will walk into the barbell. We need the bar over at least mid-foot position here. Now, it doesn't have to touch the shins when you're standing upright because like you'll see, Shell's about to go down and our shins will move forward. From here, let's just stand up a little bit slower. So from here, what this is it's a hip hinge movement. So Shell's going to drive her hips back. You'll notice she has this neutral position here. She's not rounding out her shoulders. As she gets down past her knees will bend enough to get the barbell, but she still has tension through her hamstrings here, and the weight is through her heels to the front. Now you'll see that the shins have come forward to the barbell. If in this position here there is a big gap, we need to pull that barbell back. Now,
So is that big gap?
what's it? Yeah, so if it was out in front. Reason being is as soon as you start lifting, that's going to pull you forward, which then actually adds a lot of pressure to your lower back. So we need to keep it close to the midline to take a lot of that pressure off. You got something to say?
Yeah.
No, okay. So hand position is on the outside of the legs. We just don't want our hands getting in the way of our legs, or vice versa, whichever way you want to look at it. And as a matter of fact, if you want to go a little bit wider, you can, but just a comfortable position on the outside of the hands. This is a great setup here. Now, like the squat, you can relax for a moment. Like the squat, everybody's deadlift position is going to look different. So lever lengths, long torsos, short torsos, long legs, short legs, makes the deadlift look different. So don't be looking at somebody next to you. When you get coached and get put into a position, just concentrate on what that position feels like for you. Not so much looks like. You're not going to be able to look at yourself while you do it. It's how it feels. So again, we're getting our feet underneath our hips. We walk in closest to the bar. From here, we drive our hips back. We stay loaded through the hamstrings. Lower back is set. Upper back is set nice and tight. From here, we're ready to go. Now, from there, we're bracing. We're big breath in. We hold our breath. As we stand up, just nice and slow on this one. We don't want to go around the knees, so our knees come back, the bar slides along our legs the whole way. From here, it's the exact opposite. Slow and control, push the hips back, notice the bar slides on the legs. As it passes her knees, that's when her knees bend. Okay, so our knees don't shoot forward before we get down. So go again, so another rep. All right, so from here, come up, slow, knees are back, bars in close. As we drive our hips back, pull the bar in. As it passes her knees, that's when the knees go forward. Common mistake is just do one where your knees go forward from the top. So people will get it to the top here, they start going down and they're going around the bar. Really inefficient position here. All right, so this, when we've got to go around, you're moving a heavy load and you've got to take it out around your knees and try and get down. So remember, from the top, it's drive the hips back, yep, and then you know, as it passes the knees, that's where we bend them. All right, so again, we'll go for another rep. Big breath in, slow and controlled, knees are coming back, yep, all the way up. Now push the hips back and control back down. See how close that barbell stays in against her legs. When you're actually doing deadlifts, you can sometimes raise your shins if you've got the bars with a heavier knurling here, so people will wear long socks. That's how close you need to keep it.
Our knurling's nice, guys.
Yeah, well, that's it. So to keep the barbell in close, we need to activate our lats, so our upper back tension. So when Shell's at the top here, You've noticed he's kept the bar in the whole time. If Shell were to hip hinge and lean forward but relax, then relax the hand zones in. Yep, so you'll notice the barbell will sit out from her body here. She needs to actively pull that barbell in. If she just shoots her hips back, it won't go down her legs. So she's pulling the barbell back in, which also helps with this upper back tension as well. Just for our deadlifts, just to cover over a couple of things, it's a reset every lift, all right? So we're not touching the ground and going. So when we're going to string reps together, so Sal's just going to do a set of 3 now, it's going to look like this. She's got sets, she's done all the cues we've had, she's kept it in close, she stayed tight, she comes up, on the way back down, control, touches the ground, reset, so her hands loosen and then tighten again. We're taking the tension off and then we're going again, back down, big breath, so we're tension, all right, so breath in, good, and then that is what a set of 3 would look like. If you've got 5, you're going to reset every rep. Now, egos get bruised a lot doing this because it is a little bit harder to lift weight, but the development is really, really important because we develop, we have to develop activation every single repetition. Rather than staying tight and just trying to battle through, we have to get set and brace, which when we mentioned before, we're really training this bracing for everyday life and functionality. So very, very important. Now, when we do the deadlifts too, you're only doing 1 set of 5 because it is a bigger, harder movement. So you've just got 1 set of 5 to brace for and get through and work on those repetitions. Remember though, your warm-up sets, it feels tedious when you're re-gripping each time. You have to look exactly the same as your set, so take your time through your warm-up sets and then re-grip and reset every repetition.
Yep, cool.
That's it.